Did you know that the cryptocurrency market revolution started with a simple yet powerful standard called ERC-20? This standard, seemingly simple, was the catalyst for a global transformation in the financial market. It emerged during a time of uncertainty and chaos in the cryptocurrency world, when projects were launched without any standardization, creating a fragmented scenario and difficulties for investors and developers. The ERC-20, a proposal for Ethereum's improvement, provided a structure that ensured all tokens created on the platform followed the same basic rules. And this simple change brought with it an unprecedented financial revolution. The innovation of this standard was crucial for the development of a more organized and secure market. Before ERC-20, each cryptocurrency had its own structure, which made interoperability between different tokens difficult. With the creation of this standard, developers had a clear model to follow, which brought more trust to investors and boosted the creation of new projects. ERC-20 also brought an essential factor to the market: standardization. Instead of a jungle of cryptocurrencies, ERC-20 proposed a uniform model, facilitating transactions and investments. The immediate impact of this innovation was huge, creating a new wave of opportunities in the market. The standard allowed the creation of thousands of new tokens that could be easily exchanged and used, creating the perfect environment for the ICO boom, initial coin offerings. These tokens, following the ERC-20 rules, provided a solid foundation for the expansion of cryptocurrencies, allowing innovative projects to be launched without the obstacles that had previously hindered their implementation. The revolution that ERC-20 started is still ongoing and continues to be the backbone of many of the latest advancements in the cryptocurrency market. Before the creation of ERC-20, the cryptocurrency market faced a significant challenge: the complete lack of standardization. Each cryptocurrency and token were created independently, with their own codes, rules, and systems. This caused a series of issues, such as the difficulty of integration between different platforms and the lack of security in transactions. For investors and developers, this meant a scenario of total uncertainty. The lack of interoperability created a fragmented environment where projects could not communicate efficiently, making the market more vulnerable to failures. The absence of a common standard also made it difficult for new investors and developers to enter the market. Without a clear model of how tokens should be created and traded, trust in the system was extremely low. Many investors felt insecure about investing in projects, fearing that cryptocurrencies and tokens might not be reliable or could disappear without a trace. Furthermore, without a market standard, it was impossible to ensure the security of transactions, making the environment even more risky. It was in this chaotic and disorderly scenario that the need for a universal standard arose. IC20 came to fill this gap, bringing not only the standardization of rules but also creating a system of security and trust within the market. The creation of this standard was a crucial step in transforming the cryptocurrency market from a chaotic environment into a more organized, efficient, and secure system. With it, new possibilities began to emerge for investors and developers, enabling the sector's rapid growth. ERC-20 emerged as an innovative proposal for improving Ethereum, created by Vitalik Buterin and other members of the Ethereum developer community. The concept was simple, yet profoundly impactful: to create a standardized set of rules for the creation of tokens within the Ethereum blockchain. This made it possible to ensure that all tokens created on the platform followed the same guidelines and operated consistently and interoperably, allowing tokens from different projects to communicate with each other without major issues. This uniformity was a milestone that brought more stability to the cryptocurrency market and a new level of trust for investors and developers. Rather than each project reinventing the wheel, ERC-20 allowed developers to have a clear guide for creating tokens without facing the technical and security obstacles previously encountered. This simplicity and clarity created a solid foundation for new tokens, expanding possibilities for the cryptocurrency market. Additionally, the proposal brought transparency to investors, who began to have more confidence in the security and viability of projects based on ERC-20, knowing that all followed a common and well-defined structure. ERC-20 was not just a technical change, but a shift in mentality. It transformed the way developers thought about creating tokens and how investors perceived the value and security of these tokens. With the widespread adoption of ERC-20, the cryptocurrency market began to be seen in a more professional light, with clear rules which directly contributed to the growth of the ICO, initial coin offering market, and the increase in the number of new projects using the standard. The impact of this improvement proposal was immediate and revolutionary, creating a new paradigm for the industry. ERC-20 establishes a series of essential functions that ensure the efficiency and security of token creation and trading. Among the key functions of ERC-20, the transfer function stands out, allowing tokens to be transferred from one account to another. This function is fundamental in ensuring that transactions occur smoothly and efficiently. Additionally, the balance of function allows any user to check the token balance of a specific account, providing transparency and facilitating transaction monitoring. These basic functions are essential for the operation of any token that follows. The ERC-20 standard DOT, another important function of ERC-20, is approve, which allows a user to authorize another person to spend a specific amount of tokens on their behalf. This function enables the creation of more sophisticated smart contracts, where a user can authorize automatic transactions without having to manually interact with each operation. With this, ERC-20 not only promotes the creation of tokens, but also opens the doors for the development of more automated and decentralized financial systems. These functions, combined, created a robust and secure ecosystem for the cryptocurrency market. The standardization provided by ERC-20 facilitates the interaction between different tokens, making the market more dynamic and interconnected. Moreover, by allowing smart contracts to be executed more efficiently, ERC-20 also encouraged innovation, enabling developers to create new decentralized financial solutions more easily. This further boosted Ethereum's adoption as the leading platform for the creation of new tokens. The introduction of ERC-20 had an immediate and profound impact on the cryptocurrency market. Its standardization enabled the launch of a massive amount of new tokens, which became easily tradable, offering a secure base for investors. With the arrival of ERC-20, the ICO, initial coin offering market exploded, allowing new projects to raise billions of dollars in record time. This attracted investors from all over the world who saw a unique opportunity to invest in innovative companies and ideas in a simple and transparent manner. The standardization brought a level of trust that did not exist in the ecosystem before, transforming the market's perception and making it more accessible. ERC-20 also played a crucial role in the decentralization of the financial market. Before its adoption, tokens were seen as uncertain and limited, but with the creation of a reliable standard, tokens became more than just digital coins. They became a powerful tool to create and fund new projects without relying on traditional intermediaries, like banks and financial institutions. This opened the door to a new era of crowdfunding and new business models, allowing even small developers to launch their own projects in the market. With ERC-20, Ethereum not only solidified itself as the leading platform for token development, but also propelled the creation of new ecosystems within the world of cryptocurrencies. Tokens based on this standard began to be used in various fields, from gaming to decentralized financial systems, DeFi, further expanding the utility of cryptocurrencies. The impact of this widespread adoption was so great that it helped propel the Ethereum blockchain to new levels of popularity and adoption. The cryptocurrency market, which was once limited to a group of enthusiasts, became global and accessible, driven by the trust ERC-20 brought. ERC-20 brought significant benefits for both developers and investors, establishing a solid and reliable foundation for the cryptocurrency ecosystem. For developers, creating tokens became a much simpler and more accessible process. Instead of building a system from scratch with the need to manage multiple technical aspects, they now had a clear standard to follow, which significantly reduced development costs and increased the security of transactions. Additionally, by adopting ERC-20, developers could ensure that their tokens would be compatible with most digital wallets and exchanges, expanding their distribution and adoption opportunities. For investors, ERC-20 represented a fundamental shift. Before, investing in cryptocurrencies was a risky process, full of uncertainties, as each token could have completely different rules and structures. With the standardization brought by ERC-20, investors gained more confidence, knowing that tokens following this standard offered a basic level of security and interoperability. Moreover, ERC-20 enabled the creation of a more liquid market, as tokens could be easily traded across different platforms. This increase in liquidity opened the door for greater participation from institutional investors, who had previously been more hesitant to enter the market due to risks. Another important benefit was the democratization of access to the cryptocurrency market. ERC-20 made it easier to create new projects and tokens, giving developers from all over the world the opportunity to create their own cryptocurrencies and raise capital through ICOs. This not only expanded the diversity of projects in the ecosystem, but also allowed anyone regardless of their size or resources, to participate in the cryptocurrency market. This increase in accessibility made the market appear more inclusive and innovative. One of the biggest impacts of ERC-20 was the revolution of ICOs, initial coin offerings, which became one of the main methods of funding new projects within the cryptocurrency ecosystem. Before ERC-20, raising funds for a cryptocurrency project was a complicated and uncertain process, with difficulties in ensuring the security and viability of tokens. ERC-20 simplified this process by providing a universal standard for token creation, making it easier for developers to launch their projects while also gaining the trust of investors. ICOs began to flourish as ERC-20 tokens could be easily bought and sold, increasing the transparency and security of the offerings. The first successful ICO based on ERC-20 was Ethereum's own, which raised millions of dollars in an extremely short period. This initial success was a strong indication that the new approach was working. With the standardization of tokens, investor confidence grew, and soon new startups began to use the ERC-20 model to launch their own ICOs, resulting in an explosion of new cryptocurrencies and tokens in the market. The ERC-20-based ICO model became the standard for many projects and is still widely used today, providing an efficient and secure way for startups to raise funds without relying on traditional investors. Although ICOs have faced some criticism, especially regarding the lack of regulation, the impact of ERC-20 cannot be underestimated. It allowed innovative ideas to come to life and provided access to a global market of investors. Additionally, by enabling decentralized crowdfunding, ERC-20 helped break down the barriers imposed by traditional financial institutions, creating a new type of digital economy where anyone with internet access could invest in innovative projects. The SEAC revolution brought about a new era for the cryptocurrency market and shaped the future of decentralized finance. ERC-20 played a crucial role in promoting interoperability within the cryptocurrency ecosystem. Before its adoption, the cryptocurrency market consisted of various tokens and blockchains that, for the most part, could not communicate with each other. This limited integration possibilities between projects and created a scenario of isolation between different cryptospheres. With the introduction of ERC-20, tokens created under this standard could be easily integrated into different platforms and exchanges, creating a more fluid and accessible market. This advancement allowed Ethereum-based tokens to be used more widely, from decentralized exchanges to smart contracts, expanding usage and adoption possibilities. In addition to promoting interoperability, ERC-20 also strengthened decentralization, one of the core pillars of the cryptocurrency movement. By following the ERC-20 standard, tokens and projects based on Ethereum were able to operate without relying on a centralized authority, such as banks or financial institutions. This decentralization ensured that transactions were carried out directly between parties without intermediaries, which brought greater security, privacy, and control to users. ERC-20 was therefore a powerful tool for decentralizing the financial market allowing individuals and companies to connect and transact independently and autonomously. The interoperability and decentralization enabled by ERC-20 not only helped transform the way cryptocurrencies are used, but also sparked a new era of innovation within the ecosystem. Through smart contracts, ERC-20 tokens enabled the creation of decentralized financial systems, DeFi, where traditional finance could be reimagined in a more accessible and transparent way. Decentralization brought a number of benefits, from reducing costs with intermediaries to creating more inclusive financial systems where anyone with internet access could participate. The impact of ERC-20 on this transformation of the market is undeniable and continues to shape the future of the digital economy. Despite the resounding success of ERC-20, it is not without its challenges and criticisms. One of the main limitations of this standard is scalability. Ethereum, while being the most widely used platform for ERC-20 tokens, has faced difficulties in handling large transaction volumes, especially during periods of high demand. This is because Ethereum, until recently, has relied on a consensus mechanism called proof of work, POW, which, while secure, is relatively inefficient and consumes a lot of resources. When many ERC-20 tokens are transacted at the same time, gas fees, transaction fees, increase significantly, making operations more expensive and slower. This lack of scalability is one of the most recurring criticisms of ERC-20, leading to questioning its long-term viability. In addition, ERC-20 has been criticized regarding security. While the standard was designed to ensure interoperability and simplicity in token creation, it is not immune to vulnerabilities. There have been cases where ERC-20 tokens failed to properly protect users' funds, either due to implementation flaws or malicious attacks. The lack of a robust verification mechanism to ensure that all smart contracts using ERC-20 are secure has raised concerns about the risks involved in using tokens based on this standard. The failure of a single smart contract can affect the entire network, leading to greater risk for investors and developers. Finally, with the emergence of new standards, such as ERC-721 for non-fungible tokens, NFTs, and ERC-1155, which offer greater flexibility and functionality, some question whether ERC-20 is still the best model for the future of cryptocurrencies. These new standards offer more features, such as the ability to create unique tokens or even perform multiple transactions in a single operation, which offers greater efficiency and versatility. Despite all these criticisms and limitations, ERC-20 remains a cornerstone of the cryptocurrency ecosystem, and its evolution has been crucial to the market's growth. The future of ERC-20 remains a subject of great debate and speculation within the cryptocurrency community. While the standard has played a fundamental role in the evolution of the market, especially in terms of token creation and trading, the rapid advancement of technology and the emergence of new standards may eventually mean that ERC-20 will need to be adapted or even surpassed. The growing adoption of scalability solutions like Ethereum 2.0, which promises to replace the proof-of-work (POW) model with proof-of-stake (POS) may help address some of the performance challenges faced by ERC-20. However, even with these improvements, constant innovation in the sector may bring new tokenization models that better meet the emerging needs of the market. Despite the possible changes and improvements, ERC-20's legacy is undeniable. It was the foundation that enabled the creation of a global token market, which today is used in a myriad of projects, from the creation of new cryptocurrencies to the implementation of decentralized financial solutions, DeFi. The popularization of ERC-20 tokens also marked the beginning of a new era of digital crowdfunding and startup financing through ICOs. Furthermore, ERC-20 made cryptocurrencies and tokens a more reliable and accessible investment option, leading to mass adoption and market expansion. Even with the arrival of new standards, ERC-20 will be remembered as the solid base upon which many of the latest innovations in the market were built. The impact of ERC-20 goes beyond its technical role in the cryptocurrency market. It helped popularize the idea that blockchain technology could be applied to solve a wide range of financial and social issues, from creating decentralized financial systems to democratizing access to investment. ERC-20 opened doors to new possibilities within the crypto space, allowing anyone with an innovative idea to create a token and launch their own project in the global market. Ultimately, the future of ERC-20 may be uncertain, but its impact on the cryptocurrency market and how people think about money and finance is undeniable.